Morning, lovely people. I hope you're all well and that you've had a good week. I just wanted to come on and talk about a post which I've done around feeling blocked. And this must be one of the biggest and most often expressed feelings that I work with in my 𝔽𝔼𝔼𝕃 sessions, and it certainly pretty much always comes up in my telephone consultations. I always speak with my clients before we actually meet up. And I wanted to offer some of my understanding around what this blocked feeling is, because I think, I feel like we've all had it. I feel as though we all know what that blocked feeling is. It kind of sits down here, doesn't it? And we can't quite put our finger on what it is, why it's there. And from my experience of working with the people that I do, I understand the blocked feeling is often coming from an event, an experience that we went through a really long time ago. So for a lot of people, this could be childhood. For a lot of people, this could be something that happened to them when they were little, a little version of them. And that little version of them didn't have the capacity to, go inward and understand what the feeling was. And unless they had a mentor or a guardian or a parent who could help them to establish what the feeling was and why it existed, then they can sit with it. We can sit with it and we can keep it inside. We can internalize it. And we perhaps, as adults, we grow and we don't always spend the time or have the opportunity to go back and relive those experiences that we went through when we were little or when we were growing up. And maybe it's not until 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years later that we have that chance to go back and really look at that little version of us and acknowledge and appreciate what they went through. And this is something that I do in my 𝔽𝔼𝔼𝕃 sessions. We don't just do hypnosis, we don't just do past life regression. We sit and we talk for about 3 or 4 hours normally about your whole life, from early childhood, schooling, further education, jobs, and all the relationships that were part of your life. And when we go through this incredible process together, we will often connect the dots between how we are feeling now, i.e. blocked, to really appreciating that there have been emotions which we left unreleased. We didn't let them go. We didn't have capacity to deal with them at the time because we were little or we were younger or we hadn't done the internal growing that we've done now. So when we go back and we really start to explore the feelings that we've had in the past, and perhaps those feelings that we haven't released, we haven't acknowledged, we haven't understood, that's when they sit here. And when they sit here, that's when they have an effect on how we behave now, how we feel about ourselves now, self-worth, self-love, confidence, all of these feelings that come up, which are struggles that I deal with all the time in my sessions. They are the feelings which are associated with the block which has come from an unreleased, unresolved, unaccepted emotion, which could have been sitting there for a really long time. And so what I wanted to offer today was that if you are having this blocked experience, if you are feeling as though you can't move on, you can't focus, you don't know why, you're doing this work, you're doing the meditating, you're doing the reading, you're watching the YouTube videos, but you're not getting to the bottom of the feeling, then perhaps that's something that you could do for yourself. You know, it's completely free for us to do it ourselves. You can come to me and I can help you, but you can also do this for yourself. You know, you can sit quietly in a space and you can give yourself the time to really think about everything that you've ever been through, and you know, be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, and move into a space where there's no judgment. It doesn't matter, you know, it's really important to go back and really understand everything that you've been through. And that exercise in itself, I feel, really helps people to appreciate where this block may have started. And then if there's still a struggle around releasing it, then obviously that's something that I could help you to do in a 𝔽𝔼𝔼𝕃 session if it was of interest. So I wanted to offer that today because I felt that it was important, because I know that we all go through this blocked feeling, and I wanted to be able to offer you something that you could do at home. So I hope that helps. I'm just waiting for my client for today's 𝔽𝔼𝔼𝕃 session, which I'm really looking forward to. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I'm sending you lots of love, as always.